Good morning children, welcome to MOI revision class of 9th standard. Dear children, in previous day we discussed about the first chapter, what is democracy and why democracy. I hope you might have understood about the first lesson. So how to solve the questions and how to prepare the questions from lead book as well as to the NCERT books for your MOI examination, right? So in this class also same thing we will follow. So in this class let us will see the second chapter, constitutional design. Okay, constitutional design. So now I will give brief introduction about this lesson. Later you have to go through the worksheet as well as to the previous videos which were uploaded in the Google Classroom, and also you can go through the lead videos for further information, right? So now let us see the constitutional design. Okay, so this lesson has been divided into some important concept like democratic constitution in South Africa. Second, why do we need the constitution? Third, making of the Indian constitution. Fourth one, guiding values of the Indian constitution. So while reading this lesson, dear children, try to understand this important concept. So while going to read the textbooks, just to focus on the democratical concept or the democratical constitution in South Africa. So how did the South African constitution was developed? Okay, was developed. So what was the contribution of the Nelson Mandela? So what was the struggle against the apartheid system? So about that already you might have studied in the previous classes, but also in this revision class once again you need to go through the all questions from your NCERT questions. Okay, NCERT question as well as from your lead questions, right? Lead question. So on this concept, please try to focus on the struggle against the apartheid. Okay, struggle against the apartheid, and one more, how the South African government was adopted the new constitution. New constitution. So on that two concept we prepared some questions in the worksheet. So after completing this concept, please once you go through the worksheet questions and solve that questions. Okay, and solve that questions. So second important concept you have to remember, why do we need the constitution? This is the most important concept for your examination. So why we need the constitution in the modern democracies, in the modern democracy. And one more, you know, more than 140 countries are following the democracy. All countries need the constitution. Okay, constitution. So on this concept we prepared some questions. Okay, some questions which were already given in the worksheet. Please once you go through that all questions and try to solve that questions in your classwork. Third one, making of the Indian constitution. This is the most important concept among these four, making the Indian constitution. So development of the Indian constitution. So how did the Indian constitution had been developed in India, and about the assembly. Which assembly? You know, the constitutional assembly. On which day the constitution was adopted and on which day the constitution was enacted and adopted in India. So while reading the textbook and your lead book, please try to focus on this concept. Which one? Making of the Indian constitution. Okay, and fourth one, guiding values of the Indian constitution. Which are the important guiding values of the Indian constitution? So please see that concept and try to solve these all questions. For example, see, read and write the NCERT questions from question number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 and 10. So once you see these all questions from your NCERT textbook and try to attend these all questions. Okay, after reading these questions once again you need to write in your CW, okay, or else you called the classwork, okay, classwork, because so we are preparing MCQ questions on this concept, so you need to go detailedly with these questions, okay. And second important source to read this lesson is go through the all practice questions from your lead supplementary book, okay, especially in that all questions just you focus on 5.1 question to 5.4 and question number 5.3 to 5.7 and last 6.1. So these NCERT questions along with the lead questions please and write in your CW. If you have any doubts, please once you go through the worksheet.